Hey guys, how y'all doing? And girls, I'm not sexist. I have a quick question. What did you do in your youth? Like when you were a kid? Like, did you play games or did you eat rocks or something? As a kid, I was a simple man. I liked 3 things: anime, video games, and toys. Eventually, as I grew older, I started giving away a bunch of my toys because I didn't play with them and I was tired of spending hours playing with worn out toys. Also, I was kind of growing up, and I just thought it was kind of uncool to play with toys at that age. Then a few years later, when I was just chilling in math class, I sat there and thought to myself, I wonder if any company is making an action figure line of characters that I like from anime and video games that are actually articulated, unlike most of my old ugly toys. To my surprise, I found a bunch of them, but only one of them stuck to me, and that brand is the Figma brand. Created by Max Watanabe and Misaki Apse in 2008, the Figma brand is a Japanese action figure line produced by Max Factory and distributed by Good Smile Company. The hand-sized figures are created with the intentions of replicating various different characters into a small plastic format full of articulations and joints to allow the consumer to replicate iconic poses that represent the characters and their faithful franchises. Characters vary from a diverse selection of ideas. Most figures are based on multiple things, such as video game characters, anime characters, comic book characters, and more recently, famous sculptures and famous paintings. With many customizable parts, a display stand, and highly detailed paint jobs, Figma figures are a lot more than just your average toy. They also come with a bunch of small pieces, so if you're under 15, you will definitely choke on them. Many photographers such as Captain Dangerous have taken their Figmas to create original and really cool pictures, bringing them to life through editing and proper shot compositions. Filmmakers such as Moonshine Animations and Counter656 on YouTube spend hours animating their figures with stop-motion animations to create awesome videos. I myself have created a few animations in the last few years, so you could always peep my channel or something, you know what I'm saying. Some illustrators and 3D animators have used Figmas to help them draw and recreate poses for their own projects. I myself have occasionally used them to help me recreate poses into my drawings whenever I have free time, which is basically never. Figmas such as the Archetype collection are made for such uses, as they can act as a skeleton for your drawing. Finally, some people just buy Figmas simply just to collect the figures because they enjoy having something that represents their favorite shows or their favorite video games and such. Unfortunately, what holds a lot of the fans back are the prices. A Figma figure usually costs between $35 to $100, depending on which you buy and where you decide to buy it. Fortunately, American retailers have begun to sell them more commonly than a few years back. Sadly, the prices are a complete steal. As for online, well, it depends on the websites you're buying from and the figure's value. But wait, there's more. Many stores such as eBay and Amazon do sell bootleg versions of the figures, so be careful when buying them. A good way to check to see if they're authentic is by checking the description to see if it says guaranteed authentic or something along the lines. Oh, and also, most figures have an authenticity sticker at the bottom left part of the box near the serial number. This is to prove that their figures are authentic and they're not some Chinese bootleg ripoff. Another method to avoid bootlegs is by buying them off of official stores such as Big Bad Toy Store and Tokyo Otaku Mode. I personally tend to buy my figures on Tokyo Otaku Mode because they have an awesome rewards program and they have pretty good deals. And before you say it, No, this isn't advertised. But if you want to sponsor my Patreon, just kidding. I don't have one. Once you finally decide to pull out your wallet and purchase one of these figures online or in stores, I don't judge, you are greeted to a high quality packaging made to protect the figures. The front part of the box includes a clear window, exposing the figures and all of its accessories. The top and bottom parts reveal close-ups of the figurine, and the sides include high quality portrait pictures of the figure. At the bottom left part of the clear window shows the figure's series number, and the back side shows its various poses that the figure can perform. Once you pop open that box and pull the plastic tray out, you can see the full figure and all of its accessories. Once you open that tray, you can find the figure in all of its glory, and all of its extra parts, as well as a display stand, and a resealable bag to store all those little pieces. Because you might choke. Just saying. In the box, figures generally include a pair of fists, a pair of open palm hands, gripping hands, an extra face, items, and occasionally an extra headpiece. With all these extra pieces, these figures can be expressed in many different ways and can be rearranged to your liking. Oftentimes, people get tired of owning a video game. They just get bored or just feel like the game itself is outdated. Oftentimes with Figmas, the same feeling occurs, but unlike with video games, they have a pretty good resale value. Whenever I buy a video game for like $60, I always slowly end up regretting it since I probably won't be able to sell it for the same price. In this day and age, AAA games lose their values after roughly a year or two. This is the reason why so many of them have a second version with additional content coming out a year later after everyone gets tired of the first version. Fortunately for Figmas, their value often increases with the years. Unlike video games, Figmas are not sold in a large quantity. This is why so many of them are so expensive and go upwards for $100. From my personal experience, I have either sold my Figmas on Amazon or this app called Mercari. To sell on Mercari, I just have to take a picture of what I want to sell, select the price depending on its Amazon value, and then I put it up for sale. Easy. I know, this isn't sponsored, I'm just trying to help you, but Unfortunately, Mercari only works in the USA, so if you live outside the US, eBay and Amazon are probably your safest bet. Now, to wrap this up, Figma figures are a lot more than just a toy. They can be used for a large variety of things, even though they merely seem to be a piece of plastic with limbs. I personally began collecting them back in 2013, and ever since then, I've been really invested in stop motion animations. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm not usually this open about my hobbies, but Figmas are, in my opinion, a really cool collectible item that really has more uses than meets the eye. I've been wanting to use that quote for so long, and I finally met.